Starfire Sports Complex in Tequila, Washington, just a stone's throw from Seattle for the 2023 High School State Championship Girls Lacrosse. Scott Ohsman, always joined by the queen of one-liners, Emily Durbin. Evelyn, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Scott. Thanks for having me here. I'm very excited for this game.
It is a new night. It is a new year, and we have two brand new teams, never, ever been in the state championship before at all in the history since 1993. We have Seattle Academy, the Cardinals, versus the Roosevelt Rough Riders. And let's start there, Emily, and we talk about how they got here. Roosevelt, an epic win over Mercer Island, the state champion. They were undefeated from the year before. They were 14-0. Talk about the Rough Riders.
Sure. Rough Riders are amazing. They're going to bring it here tonight. They average 14.8 goals per game. They're really potent in their attack. They have more than 50% of their goals, or just about 50% of their goals, come from assists. So it's not one person driving it all the time. They're passing it around and having some fun with it.
And they have some unbelievable kids you're going to watch. We'll highlight. They have a great team, and that's what got them here. Head coach, co-head coach Kate Hughes, and Devin Hersey and the staff will talk about them. You got Izzy Watts. How many goals she have coming in tonight?
50 goals on the season coming into tonight. Just incredible. We've got Juliet Kilborn, 47 goals on the season. Just incredible. She has 117 draw controls this year. That's more than half of the entire draw controls for their entire team. Just incredible. Carly Katzman, she's got 41 goals, and we've got Avery Williams has 37 goals. Just a very potent offense that took charge the other night to get here to this game.
And don't sleep on their defense, Emily. They can play some D. They have some of the best trail checkers I've seen in high school lacrosse for quite some time. And they're coming in. They were the underdog. They beat 7-6, a Mercer Island team who's just cruising. And they're facing one of the best of the year, and many times kind of leading into this. Let's talk about the Seattle Academy. Actually, we're going to take a quick pause as we do the national anthem. We'll be back with the draw, the 2023 High School State Championship coming up on STSPN. As we were saying, the Seattle Academy, the Cardinals, and they have a great story. We'll talk about Megan LaCasey, their Coach of the Year, by the way, and she's over there. But boy, she's off her legs tonight. But let's talk about Seattle Academy, and we got to start. I mean, if your name's Bishop, you know what you're doing if you're Seattle Academy.
Absolutely. We've got two cousins, Lucy Bishop and Lily Bishop. Lucy Bishop is leading her team with 44 goals, 12 caused turnovers. That's huge. Lily Bishop has a ton of goals herself. She's got 36, and she had 5 in the semifinal. 5 goals in the semifinal.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And let's introduce you, our third member of our broadcast team over there on the far sideline, the head coach of the Woodinville Falcons. We're excited to have Grace Hamilton with us on the broadcast tonight. Hey, Grace.
Hey, thanks for having me, you guys. Excited for a great night of lacrosse.
She is going to be our second analyst. She knows what she's doing, let me tell you. And she's got a great vantage over there, and we'll get all the insights. When you look at this, though, Emily, they're kind of mirrors, right? We talk about goals. They average around 14 each. They give up about 6 or so each. They're kind of mirrors. But there is one number that is key for both tonight.
Sure. That number's going to be 7, and it's going to be a number we want to watch. 7's a key number for Seattle Academy because they've kept 11 of their 14 opponents to 7 goals or less throughout the season. What's especially important for that for Seattle Academy is that when they played Roosevelt, which we'll talk about a little bit more.
Yes.
They held Roosevelt to 7 goals, and they actually won that game 9-7. So this might be a little bit of a rematch. I don't think it's going to be a rematch. I think these two teams have grown since St. Patrick's Day is when they played way back at the beginning of the season.
And talk about draw control. Oh my, we have, you just talked. So in the dark unis, dark tops, dark bottoms is the Roosevelt Riders, the Rough Riders, the Teddies, some call them. And in the gray tops, gray bottom is Seattle Academy. Arts and Sciences, that's where they have SAS on the front, number 4. And this is an exciting matchup right off the top. Lucy Bishop, an all-conference kid, 80 draw controls, as you said. And Grace, you know what's going on. You faced Juliet Kilbourne on the draw as we look in here.
And getting the draw to herself here. So look for her to really crank that right bottom hand, get it right over her right shoulder, and try to go get it herself. Not to get overly technical here, but I'll be interested to see the decisions they make on what stick to use.
Our head of officials tonight, Jeanette Wake, Holly Whitman, Lynn Porterfield, Edith Harris is at the table as we get right underway. Sass shoots and scores out of the gate. Oh my, it's Lily Bishop, another all-conference senior. Adds her big total, her 39th on the year, heading to Middlebury in Vermont, and it's 1-0 just like that, Emily.
1-2 punch. Took less than 10 seconds off the clock here, Scott. Absolutely incredible. They're ready to go. The wheels are turning. We get that pass right into the inside and then up in the top shelf. There it is.
No time for a settled offense,
No.
Emily. They just went right to goal, and it's 1-0 Seattle Academy on a beautiful. We have had a string of just gorgeous summer-like weather here in May in the Seattle Pacific Northwest. So they go right back to the draw. It's Juliet Kilbourne again, who's on the top in the season record holders, actually, probably top 10 as we get going, against Lucy Bishop.
Yeah, Juliet here.
And here's Roosevelt picks it up, and that's Avery Williams. We talked about her in the Open.
Yeah, she's quite the scorer. She's just pulled out a huge draw control. This game might come down to draw controls, Scott, because of how potent each team is. When they have possession, they're pretty good at putting the rock in the bucket here.
Number 2 with it on the side, working the crease, now pops it back out. That's Carly Katzman. There's a shot. Goes off the pipe, it looked like. And we didn't even talk about the goalie, Seattle Academy, Bailey Morris, the junior goalie with a 35.2% save on 108 shots. But as the assistant coach, Hillary O'Doherty and Megan Fox told us, she just started playing goalie a year ago. And this is Izzy Watts at the 8-meter, and she has got a gun, an absolute torpedo.
And the whistle.
Oh, it's checked out of her stick by the defender.
She's grabbing her head. I hope she's all right there. Going back, centering it up.
And that'll get a call on the drive. And back on there is Izzy Watts. He said 50 goals this season. She had a tremendous semi in the MI win. She rips it, and it's tied up.
There we go. Look at this. Bring, bring. We've got an answer back to that quick goal.
Go down to Grace here a little bit, if you can turn her mic up.
Yeah, I think something interesting to watch on the draw here. I think interesting matchup, and that Juliet really skilled at getting to herself. Sass, if you look at their draw controls, really distributed among their circle team. You can see Lucy trying to get it out to her circle team here. And that fast break should be available to them. If they can really get that going, I think we'll see Sass light it up pretty quick.
And that's my question. If you're Roosevelt and head coaches, again, Kate Hughes, Devon Hersey, Liv Hull, Gwen Armbruster on there, do you want to get into a running match? Do you want to get run and gun and fast break with this Sass team?
I don't think so. I think I'm trying to control possession here, really slow it down, control pace of the game, and go from there.
Well, right off the bat, we got 1-1 in that MI Roosevelt game. There was no goals for 13 minutes of the game. So we are beating that right now as the sun kind of comes in to the picture.
The soccer players are well suited for that one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It was 0-0 for quite a bit. Jeanette Wake, the head official there. And this time it's punched out. And there's a call on the far side. Lynn Porterfield's got it.
Early entry.
Okay, early entry.
Sass here.
So let's see. They went to work very quickly.
I'm going to get a look at this draw stick here for you, Scott.
Oh, okay. There's a new draw stick that's kind of come into favor the last couple years. And, yeah, that's we can talk about that as Sass now in their settled offense. They also have plenty of kids, Emily Durbin, that can hurt you. And there's a good pass in the 8. A bouncer, it's in. And, again, it's Lily Bishop, number 5. Her second, and she has been all the scoring here tonight. As Emily, walk us through what happened here.
Sure. She made some contact, kept going, pursued in there, and got us a little roly-poly.
Yeah.
Putting it right past the keeper in a little sneaker there.
But what's the set it up there is they put it behind cage.
They're dropping behind. They're trying to get that defense to look behind and not see that person cut in right from the top. Defense turned their backs to her, made a great pass. She continued on that pursuit. You'll see that contact come in just a second again.
So it's Seattle
Boom.
Academy
There,
2.
and rolled it in. Great shot.
Yeah, Seattle Academy on your screen right now. It should be Seattle Academy Cardinals 2 and Roosevelt 1. Oh, okay. So we'll take care of that on your screen if you're watching. Again, we're back to the draw. We'll take care of that, no problem. The draw this time gets to Sass and
Taya Dukes cleaning up on the circle.
And Taya Dukes, another all-conference kid. She was tremendous in the semis and also in the playoffs. So we'll see if Sass can take advantage of the possession one more time and get up.
Wow, she threaded the needle through that. Oh!
Off the top rim, off the top post. Lily almost a hat trick right there. And you saw, if you're new, you're seeing some of the kids wear helmets now, Emily. We were talking about that before the show.
Yes, they are. So optional to wear the helmet at the high school and college level. Just trying to bring an element of safety.
And here's our time.
There
It's a
we are.
shooting space violation on Roosevelt. And describe a shooting space.
Sure. Shooting space is when you are, as a defender, not within a stick's length of the offender who wants to shoot the ball. In an effort for safety, they are stopping the game because if the offensive player threw the ball, it could potentially injure the defensive player. So
Yeah,
they
you
stop
gotta-
it in safety and give her an opportunity to score.
She went bouncer and went left of the goal there. Lily almost got a third of the goal, all the points. Yes,
Yeah.
if you have a lane, you have an alley, and there's a body in front of it before the shot, for safety reasons, obviously they're going to call that call shooting space. So it's unique to girls and women's lacrosse. Here's a crease roll. There's a shot. It goes wide, and that was
Hustling
number
out
14,
there.
Taya Dukes. No call on that one as we resume play.
I don't think that it went out there. I thought there was a pause.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
right in the
there's-
center again.
And a good
Oh,
stop
huge
there by
stop.
Tova Kelly. We haven't talked about their goalie for Roosevelt, and it's the rebounds taken by Roosevelt, and that's 12 Lucy Pugh, another all-conference defender.
Man, put another brick in that wall. Holy cow, big stop right in front of the net there.
And you'll get in the ride in the midfield, and now let's see if Roosevelt can come back and tie this up.
We're seeing her cutting in.
Sophomore Carly Katzman, number 2, she's got the helmet on. She's been outstanding. And we'll talk about these Roosevelt and Rough Riders coming together as a team through this year. They've really grown. They have so many kids on the offensive side that can kill you. And here's Katzman from the top.
Well, great defensive stops. Way to hold strong. I'm really impressed with both teams' ability to really have the ball. There we are.
And
To
so-
have the ball and get that weak side cutter come in. They've really been working that on both sides, and it's been successful so far.
Juliet Kilborn, the phenom senior. Only 3 seniors on both of these squads, so they are young. And we'll see if Kilborn can tie it up. Drives in a bouncer right through the wickets, and it's a tie game.
Look at that. Just where you want to be for a free position shot, right in front. You've got the most space available for you of that net when you look at that goalkeeper. Look at it. She sees the weakness on that right side and boom, takes it right through. Great shot.
Grace, anything you're seeing just in the first couple? Oh no, we're gonna hold off on Grace. We're having some audio for Grace. So Juliet Kilbourne's got that goal. Again, another all-conference senior. She's got 44 goals on the season, 34 caused turnovers, and she had a huge one in the semifinal 7-6 win over Mercer Island.
Yeah, game-changing.
In the back of the goal was a critical moment coming down. They had got it to 1, and she had a beautiful check and got the caused turnovers. We're back on the draw. Now we can go to Grace. If you can hear us, Grace.
Yeah, got you guys loud and clear. I think it's worth noting, Roosevelt, Carly Katzman, that lefty, right? She can feed across to those righties really well. One of the things we had a scout on is that righty sweep from Izzy Watts. If they can get Carly's hands free as that lefty feeder, they'll have a lot of good looks and at least get to the line like we saw that last play.
Errant pass, turnover is so critical. We saw that hurt Mercer Island that game. Actually, all the games. You just never want unforced turnovers like that. But they'll handle it here. Molly Robinson there, number 4. And this is Avery Williams, 6, and she's got it, but we'll talk about her. She is a dynamic player, fills up the stat sheet as Izzy tries to drive. And here's Avery Williams. Katzman's trying to work, and she draws a foul. Is it a 3-second call?
Is it a 3-second call?
I think so. So 3 seconds. You cannot be inside the 8 meter as a defender, and you have to be a stick length away for 3 seconds. If you're more than a stick length away for more than 3 seconds, then they call the 3-second. Now they play a zone, does SAS, correct?
That's correct.
As Katzman gets it and dishes it to Kilbourne, and Katzman, another assist. She has 19 on the season, and just like that, they flipped the script. It's 3-2 Roosevelt.
This is what Roosevelt does. More than 50% of their goals come from assists. So you got to be ready. If they're not getting that first shot on the drive, they're getting that second shot immediately. Little pass and run through. Look at this.
Katzman
takes a moment, gives a pivot right through. That's a great cut right in front of the defender there. Tosses it right over the top of both the goalkeeper and the defender.
We noticed Roosevelt on Mercer Island, their zone, they were able, Kilbourne and Izzy and Avery, they were able to find those spaces, those pockets inside the zone and get open. They had some good looks.
Yeah, they're doing a great job cutting in front of the defenders also. They're not cutting behind, so they're giving themselves an open stick and putting the defender on their back. That's huge because then it's basically a one-on-one for the goalkeeper.
Well, we were wondering if Roosevelt was going to come in, understandably, just a little less energy because they overtook the mountain, right? They climbed the mountain, but they look like they are on it tonight, and there's a big draw control for SAS and Taya.
We're getting it right.
As trade check almost, but it's just crossing the sphere, and Dukes will take it.
A little riding dirty there.
And you see the aggressiveness of SAS, Emily.
You can see it on every single kid that gets the ball. They're looking to shoot right away or they're looking to pass right away. There's no freezing the ball here. No one's holding it. No one's keeping it still. That ball is moving. And watch these backside cutters come in. Absolutely, that's how you break a zone defense. Oh!
Tried to get it in. It was kind of didn't quite get the full bit. That's Skylar Burkhart. She's a big scorer as well. And Tova Corey gets another save.
Yeah, tossing over the rainbow there.
Oh, a big check in the midfield by Lily Bishop on Lauren Lee. And Lauren Lee was fantastic. Had 3 draw controls in that big win in the semis on Tuesday.
Yeah, Lauren's got 7 goals on the season. She's got 4 draw controls, 6 caused turnovers herself, so she's not afraid of a little bit of contact.
And this is something we talked about to both coaches, the ride. They pride themselves on making it hard to get it across the midfield into that, over the restraining line, into that zone.
Yeah, both teams, both coaches expressed how much they wanted to try to slow that ball up before it even got down on their defensive 1/3.
You guys, the Roosevelt coach is stoked about that defensive stop down here. That was a big one.
Yeah, I can imagine they are. They talked about this group coming together. It's the first year taking over the Roosevelt program. They haven't been to a state final. They since 2006 they won what they had 2 levels of varsity B in 2006. So they haven't even been here, for a long time. We've only had in the last 10 years the 6 same teams have either been in the championship or won the championship.
Yeah, it's great to have some fresh blood out here playing. It's nice to see new teams here at the big dance. We got some nice dresses on tonight. Let's see who's going to put the crown on.
And there's a check across turnover, and we'll see where it's going to go. It lands in Lucy Bishop's stick. And there was a call, Grace. I didn't quite see what happened there.
I think they're calling across the body.
Yeah, Carly Katzman will end up with it in her stick, and they'll get out another opportunity here for Roosevelt, who dodged a turnover bullet there. And Avery Williams now on top. So it looks like they're trying to face guard Izzy Watts, 22 in black, as the pass is.
Oh, shoot.
And there's a push on that by Kate Rissy.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive. That's going to set up an 8-meter shot, unfortunately. Let's see. Goalkeeper's got a big opportunity here. We got another opportunity to get up, get a little breathing room on that score. Ooh.
There she went over the line there.
Yeah.
Jeanette Wake on it. 3 officials on this game tonight for the state championship. They've got a ton of experience. Here comes Katzman, Carly. And she gets hit as she was trying to
We're getting a card.
shoot, and it's to the head, and we're going to get a yellow card, and we'll see who is that on. That's going to be on number 3, Sydney Leonard, who is just a absolute dynamo for him.
Yeah, not used to getting yellow cards. She's only had 1 on the entire season.
So that's a 2-minute penalty. So Roosevelt not only on the 8-meter here is Carly Katzman, but also they are a player up for 2 minutes.
Yeah, huge momentum swing could be happening here. Let's see if we can get a stop or if we're getting this goal in the basket.
Carly shoots, and she gets it past her.
Yeah, taking it down low, a little bounce house there. We've seen quite a few low shots tonight. Getting ready on the whistle.
That left-hander, the southpaw, as you mentioned, Grace, and here comes Carly as they blow the whistle.
Thrown big from high to low, just bouncing it right into the center of that.
It looks like to me, Grace, they still have their legs out there, do the Rough Riders.
Sure does. I mean, I think difference here is transition, and so far Roosevelt really keeping their composure through the midfield and then on the offensive side of the ball. I loved Sass's movement the last time they had the ball down there. They can get a possession here, kill this card. I think they can swing this momentum the other way quickly.
15:01 left, just 2 halves, 25-minute halves in high school girls lacrosse here as we set up for another draw. And that penalty, anytime you get the cross, whether incidental or the offense, it's really hard, but you get a cross to the head and you're getting a yellow card.
Yeah, you're getting a yellow card. We're not messing around with that at all. We're better players than we have ever been. We need to be in control and be protective for everybody.
And here comes Lily Bishop.
Man, the wheels on that.
Both Bishop, the cousins, they were just on a mission Tuesday night in their big win over Issaquah. And here's Dukes on the far side. And talk about, Grace, what does Roosevelt like to do defensively?
Yeah, they run a great backer zone, and I think on that the last time we saw Sass down in this offensive end, we saw some looks where if Sass can move the ball up top, we might get a shooting space look here. But Roosevelt has the athleticism to really maintain this backer and really play this zone and go the distance, which is just hard for kids to come out against time and again.
You've seen that Emily and I have been around a long time. You've seen the evolution and the complexities of defense. It used to just be man-to-man defense. That's it. All you saw in this state for high school lacrosse and no more.
And I think Lindsay Gillis gets a lot of credit for that because she brought in a really solid zone defense and won with it quite a few times. You know, I'm really surprised about what's going on here, Scott. Sass is really pulling it out, and they're not getting any off-ball movement at all. We have not seen that yet. It's very stagnant on this offside. So I'm curious what their play call is or what. Oh,
They're trying to kill the card.
They're killing
here.
the card.
They're killing the card. But it is a good.
As soon as I said it out loud, I realized.
No, that's a good call up because we did talk to Hillary O'Doherty and Megan Fox and everybody about Roosevelt's pressure. That's what they did, and they stirred it up against Mercer Island, and they created a lot of turnovers on that extended pressure.
Yeah, that extended pressure. And you could see Roosevelt never gave up any of that pressure. They're not letting them just do it. There we are.
And now we're even.
And now we're even. And a
That's
nice
a
kill.
Great kill.
Great kill. So now Lucy Bishop. And see if Sass
great
here
check.
in the back. Rose Tart, number 5. It's going to stay Sass ball. Malaya Carroll has it. They feed her in. Score!
There it is.
The dish from Dukes.
Look at that.
And that's Burkhart.
You could see the position that the offense got into. They just front cut again, that defense that just let him find that seam. You got to step in front if you're a defender. You don't want to give him any of that space right in front. Push him to the side. You can see her. She's already waiting in there. She got beat at the top. Yep.
Sass saying, we know you do have a lot of assisted goals, so do we. They're up around 38% or so, but that was a great assisted goal, and that's the advantage from back of the cage, right? You're the quarterback. You can see it all. You're the catcher.
Yep, you just see when those flashes of open stick are there, and they're ready to toss it at any time, which is great.
4-3.
Yeah, real tug of war we got going here.
If we've got a camera angle to get in on this draw when it's set up, check out the pressure that both these draw takers are putting on the ball. Total battle.
We got the best. If you can zoom in on Sarah Elvig on camera, we got Todd Elvig, our executive producer, and 5-tool player running it. And these are, talk about these sticks, these gate sticks, correct?
Yeah. So I'm a bit of a gearhead. So I'll tell you this is interesting. We've got the battle of the gate draw 1 and the gate draw 2. So Juliet using the latest version of that gate specialized draw stick.
Oh, boy. Khalef Alessi, number 1, the senior, one of the few seniors on Roosevelt. She got it, and she got all she could handle right away, but she ends up the winner as it's in her stick.
Yeah, held on to that hot mitt, or with a hot mitt there.
Here's Alessi. She can score, of course, but she has got a lot of assists, and that one hits her head. And you just can't mess around. Kate Elveld, the junior, doesn't mean to her. She slips around. And that's going to be a yellow card on Seattle Academy and sit for 2 minutes. And that's their second of the game.
That's their second. It's going to go to another 2 minutes.
Yeah, yellow cards became part of the story in the big semifinal win for Roosevelt as Alessi sits on the free position. 3 of 4 goals on the free position so far for Roosevelt. So that might be a tactic for them to sit on the 8-meter as they have a high efficiency from the 8-meter. As Izzy Watts has it back over to Alessi.
Oh.
Ball doesn't go where it goes. Lauren Lee couldn't handle it, and it comes up with the Seattle Academy. And number 3, Sydney Leonard, who is just all over the field. They like the move here, great crowd.
Student section coming alive here for Seattle Academy. Give it go, shake and bake.
Back to Burkhart, and a shooting space call, but a good give and go.
Oh man, setting that up on the run. Feeling the energy from the student section. The entire crowd to our left is students, and all dressed in red and white, stood up as that run was heading down the field. Just incredible.
Tova Corey, the junior goalie, now got a challenging situation from the 8-meter is Burkhart. She's already got 1 goal, but she'll go indirect.
pull that out there.
Oh, it almost cleaned up. Izzy Watts, if you haven't watched 22 in Black, she's a lot of these kids in Roosevelt, just not afraid to go to that clean check, and they can pick your pocket in a hurry.
Some checks cleaner than others there.
Yep. After watching Roosevelt, I said a couple of their kids, Avery Williams, Izzy, they have one of the better, and Kilborn has one of the better trail checks you see in high school. As we're now, are we even yet, Grace?
We got 14 seconds left on the card. 14.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where I think our game could still grow. I'd love to see the shot clock come into it here.
Into high school.
Yep, it's in college already, but this slow to pace just to wait out that card.
And so now we get going again, and we'll talk about newcomers. There's exciting newcomers for the Denver Pioneers. Are heading to the Final Four as Sass here plays out front. And yeah, the shot clock and a lot of different things in college hasn't quite made all the way to high school, as you see Lucy Bishop try to attack there. Go ahead.
Great defensive pressure to get her out of the critical scoring area and then to get back here. You got to be careful because you can't get beat on that next time coming back.
I tell you what, I love that set from low for Sass there. If they can get the ball up to Lucy Bishop a little quicker, she'll have that shooting space all day long.
Yeah.
Number 4 in gray, Lucy Bishop. Nice move for Lily Bishop, high. And Sass, the closest to the out of bounds, receives possession in Lacrosse.
Got a little ankle biter there. Can get it in?
Dukes!
Look at the intensity there. She's pumped.
Taya Dukes, the all-conference. She had 3 goals in the semis, and there you see it. No assists needed there, Emily.
No, she's taking it in. She is unleashed tonight. The beast is ready to play.
I tell you, impressive the discipline on the Roosevelt defense. Couple drives there. A few sticks go errant, you might get a foul. Really disciplined play to keep it from getting to the line.
So far, a great one. They get it within, I was going to say, the scoreboard. Looking at the scoreboard, we got a tie game. That's what I see on my sheet. .8:47 left in this first half. We have a dandy. Call somebody. If they aren't watching, text them, call them, because we had a feeling this would come down. These teams are so close, so mirrored, so well coached. But that's the other story, Emily. Both these coaching staffs, they know each other well. They know the kids well. They coach together in some off-season clubs. There's no secrets here.
Not at all. In fact, we talked to the coaches before the game, and both set of coaches said that, hey, we know kids on the other side. We've coached them. We've told them all our secrets. It's going to be interesting to see how each kid and each team then comes together to have success tonight.
Junior Lauren Lee, she might be one of the smaller ones out there, but she comes up with a huge ground ball. And here's Izzy Watts. She's going to goal, charging. They collapse on her. 3-on-1. They get the trail check, and here comes Bishop.
Huge
Lucy.
Stop there. Little errant pass.
Boy, they are pushing it, and it ends up in the rider's stick. And they'll see if they can push it even farther.
Man, if these girls had a Fitbit on tonight.
Rose Tart with the ball.
Look at the pressure that Sass is putting on real close.
That's full court right there.
That's full court press. Look at this. Absolutely exciting lacrosse.
Lucy Pugh on the far side bringing it down, and she's not going to go uncontested there as Kate Elveld. And big call.
Grab the pickle from the jar right there.
Did she go out of bounds?
Little tap and then got the ball.
Did she go out of bounds, or was that a check?
It was a check, a really nice body deep check. We're going to get an in the sphere on Katzman here.
Yeah, Katzman tried to get it back.
She's going to pass it up.
Durbin coaching, everybody coaching from the sidelines. Durbin's from the booth is trying to tell the kids who's open.
I'm like pointing and nudging Scott here.
Leonard. Don't sleep on Leonard. She can hit it from all over. 3 in gray right there. She goes to top.
Look at that.
Lucy ties in. They tuck in, and that's going to get a slow whistle. That flag, when you see it going up, that means there is a call if it's not a goal. And Lily Bishop, she wants another one. Heading to CMS, Claremont next year. Going to play some high-level lacrosse in
Southern California.
Southern Cal, and she'll get a lot of sunshine. So just tied it up. We'll see if they can get the lead, and yes, they can.
She got some shoelaces tied up with that, getting the polish out, setting them low. Lots of low shots tonight. She's ready. If you're getting on the line tonight, you're putting them in pretty good.
Yeah, that could be a strategy. Grace, you think that's I don't know if we talk about that. Did they try to get to the line, you think? Oh, we lost Grace. But there's a timeout. That's
Timeout
okay.
on the
We're going to
field.
take a quick timeout here. We'll just take a breather. We have an absolute, special state championship. Seattle Academy 5, Roosevelt 4. We'll just take a pause, 6:24 left. You're watching Washington State High School Championship presented by Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse Association.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
Back here, Scott Ohsman, Emily Durbin, and we talk about draw controls. Again, I want to shout out our statistician tonight, Brandy Sawyer. Draw controls, SAS right now as we sit with 6:24, SAS up 6-3 over Roosevelt.
Yeah, surprising. I thought SAS would be maybe capitalizing on those just a little bit more, but great shots so far. We're taking it down. We're seeing some really good defense until we get those little mistakes that are putting people on the line, and then that line is just setting up really nice free position shots. So hard to defend those.
It's hard to harken back to their meeting in March 17th. It's the beginning of the season. They're very different teams now.
Very different.
But in that contest, SAS, they dominated, the DCs, the draw controls 12-5, and Taya Duke, she had 7 of the 12, but they only won by 2.
Only won by 2, you're right there.
As we get back after timeout, and we're going to move Grace Hamilton with you tonight. We're moving her, get her mic a little bit more steady here with 6:24 left to get her on the other side so we're closer to our position. But what a well-played game so far, as these are evenly matched teams and well deserving to be here in the state championship.
Yeah, really a fun, probably one of the funnest games that we have
Yeah.
done together in a long time. I mean, this game's tighter than a tater and a tailpipe right here. Like, it's going back, it's going forth.
The queen of the one-liners. And this duo, this matchup has been fun to watch all night. You got Juliet Kilborn for Roosevelt, 117 coming into tonight against Lucy Bishop. 2 seniors, very rare. These are both very young teams. Right now, Seattle Academy winning on the draw circle 6-3 with 6:24 left to go as we get going here.
Straight up.
High fly ball there. It comes all the way down, and Juliet ends up with it. She got it down to Kalefalesi, number 1. One of the other seniors for the Riders. You see Katzman just purveying the field. It looks like they're going what they call inverse, right? They're attacking from the behind the goal. Now they go it up top. But that's different tactics, right? You can go from outside to inside.
Absolutely. You don't want to do the same thing every time. You got to keep that defense honest. You got to take some from the top. You got to take some from the back. We got a little pop pass. I love seeing that.
Kilborn from the top. They slide. Now she re-attacks.
It's a really nice defensive move on the re-attack there.
Grace Hamilton joins us again. We haven't even seen, as you see, uncontested there, Molly Robinson pick it up. But 6 in black, Avery Williams, one of the just potent players. She hasn't really totally got involved in this offense yet.
No, not yet. And she's got the power to be. So I think she's sitting back. When she sees her opportunity, she'll make a move here. She's had 22 assists on the season. She's got herself 37 goals.
Here she is. Speaking of the double, Avery Williams goes. Does it go in? No. It's a stop. A great stop there by Bailey Morris.
Excellent stop. Laying down, giving her body to it.
Lucy Bishop will take it in her own hands.
And she's got a...
Down to Burkhart. Burkhart decides to shoot a little left for the rebound there. Sass is there, and it comes up Emily Carroll's stick and back out to Burkhart now.
Yeah, going coast to coast on that. Good attempt. Great rebound to reset here. Let's see if they can capitalize off that stop they got at the other end.
So, Grace, they're testing Roosevelt's transition D. They want to push, and if they get an opportunity, they're going right to the rack.
Yeah, I say you take the fast break if it's there, right? But we had a Bailey Morris chant going from the SAS student section. That fast break starts with her.
Absolutely. I brought up Avery Williams, and then she goes shoots. Here's another top shelf center hash. Boom, right in. Lucy Bishop gets into the fun with her first tonight.
Boom, da-da-da, da-da-da. Let the bounce be bounced.
The high bouncer will go.
Boom, top shelf.
Boy, that's some practice turf right there in warm-ups, knowing what it's going to do, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Reading that the whole way through. Oh, so hard to play as a goalkeeper.
3 unanswered goals here for Seattle Academy. The Cardinals starting to feel it. We talked a little bit about their head coach, Megan Lucchese, coach of the year, by the way. And she is she's here, but boy, does she have a staff. You talk about Hillary O'Doherty, Megan Fox. Hillary O'Doherty, how many national championships do you and I have combined, Emily?
I think we're a big fat 0, Scott.
She has got 4 of them, ladies and gentlemen.
4.
At Northwestern. And as I tell people, she wasn't just hanging. She wasn't the manager. She was in it, and she was playing it. Grace, you have a picture of her, right?
Oh, the iconic USA Lacrosse magazine cover and the #1 jersey on her knees. I believe it's an Amante stick she was using.
You're going inside lacrosse right there.
I told you I'm a gearhead.
I know. Dukes picks it up, but does she lose it?
She does.
She does, and Avery can't handle it. It's going to stay the Cardinals' ball. So we'll see. 2-goal lead here, and we'll see how Roosevelt responds. Emily, what do you want to see here from the defense for Roosevelt now?
Sure, I'd love to see the defense step in front of the cutters. I really like their crashes, but those offside cuts, I'd really like to see them step in front of their defense or their cutters just a little bit more. Stop the person, the cutter, from getting her stick up and having a lane.
Well, you got to stop number 5 in gray, Lily Bishop. She has got 4 goals already. As there's a call.
I think the Roosevelt pressure just a little bit later getting there on these last couple possessions, creating some opportunities for SAS.
So number 9, Marley McCabe, the sophomore, 20 goals on the season. Let's see if it's a tough hash, and she goes redirect in the back, and she'll play pass and catch, and they'll get it back up top to Lucy.
You know, I thought draw controls would have been the key to this game, but it might just be your free position shooting.
Yeah.
And capitalizing on the opportunities that you get, or making a smart choice not to shoot when you don't have the confidence to get it done.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Big pass, and it's down and in. Once again, Skylar Burkhart, her second tonight.
Juliet Kilborn had a really nice trail check there, but Taya able to handle, get it over to Skylar.
And a good, assist from Taya Dukes. And you're right, we've seen Kilborn do that plenty of times just in the last week or so, and this time it comes up empty.
Look at how long she's inside that 8-meter arc. Man, she could have set a tent in that time.
7-4 with 2:21 left. Stay around for halftime. We have some great interviews here. A couple legends in the game will come up to the booth. At 2:21, this game nowhere near out of whack at all. 7-4 is nothing in the fastest game on 2 feet.
Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on that 7 number. Roosevelt needs to keep them around 7. Don't want them to get too high.
That's right, 7 is the key. You taught that in the open. Your crack research staff, Emily.
We work together here, Scott.
Statistical analysis, 7-4, 2:21 left here at the Starfire Sports Complex on a gorgeous Friday night. And Grace, well, how come it always takes so much time to get these sets for our officials when they set it up?
Well, this is coming down to the amount of pressure both draw takers are trying to put on the stick.
And there's a 50-50 ball. Lauren Lee almost has it, and I think it came off. It might have got off her foot.
Off her foot there.
I think at Lucy Bishop, they caught a break, did Sass. Lynn Porterfield right there.
Yeah.
Hard to see that right off the heel. And there's a pass I'm not sure Burkhart's going to get. She does, but it's picked up by Roosevelt. And they'll give it off.
Yep.
Big turnover here for Roosevelt, an opportunity with 1:46 left. Lucy Pugh.
Look at this full court press. This is a state championship press right here.
See if they can get it down into their zone. There it bumps out, ball down. And the Cardinals come up with it.
Got 2 shooting space.
And Lily wanted her 5th.
Yeah.
And a shooting space violation. Again, when that defender gets their body in the path or in that lane, they got to call it. But here we talked about it, Emily. Free position shots, they have been highly successful on both sides.
The biscuit is getting put in the basket. The turkey's in the oven. Let's see if the fridge lands in the cheese right here. There you are.
And put her down for 5 goals. She wants a T-shirt. She wants player of the game, doesn't she?
She does, man. She's as powerful as a Mentos and a Coke bottle right here. Look at this, just explosion.
Steps off.
Boom.
They weren't kidding about Queen of the One-Liners.
Oh, and she's just getting started. We got a half to go.
Wow.
So 8-4. Roosevelt getting shaken a little bit.
Sass pulling away just a little bit.
And they had that turnover, but you got to give Sass credit. Seattle Academy, they went full pressure, Grace Hamilton, on that ride, and it paid off.
Yeah, I think if I'm Roosevelt here, let's just settle in, get a possession, get some touches on the ball, put it in the back of the net, get some momentum going into the second half.
Pressure, both sticks.
Look for this to pop to Avery Williams here.
Tried. Avery's been great off the circle. I don't know if there was a call with an empty.
Empty stick.
Yeah.
Check. It's going to be Rough Rider ball.
So here is Avery Williams. She quickly gets it to Katzman on the far side here with 1 minute left to go. See if they can draw it and cut this lead here to 3. You can't check the stick if the ball is not in it. You can't just whack away at the cross. That's an empty stick check. Kilborn looks for a lane on the left side. Finds a cutter, tries to get in, tough pass. Is it picked up by Lee? No. Rebound though. Katzman, far side, 31 seconds left.
Official time now kept on the field.
Official time now being kept on at the table as Avery Williams sees if she can find something. Here's Juliet.
Call it in, coach. Let them know how much time's in. Halftime.
Oh, and they talk. Is that halftime? I think they called it a legal pick there.
Oh, was it? Oh, excuse me. Illegal pick. They've been picking all night.
It's a big part of their offense, as that's a. Yeah, go ahead, Emily.
An illegal pick here in the game of lacrosse is much different than basketball, which is where you think about it. In lacrosse, you're allowed to be running and moving. Here she goes, flying down.
Lucy.
Here in lacrosse, you just have to give a stick's length warning to the person that you're picking. That's going to make it illegal or not.
And bodies flying everywhere down there, sticks, and it's
halftime.
finally halftime. And Roosevelt glad they didn't get another goal as seconds came down for the first half, but we still have a great, great state championship for 2023 on the line. We'll take a quick pause audio here. We have some great interviews coming up at halftime. Don't go away. Seattle Academy 8, Roosevelt 4. We'll be back right after these words. All right, back in our little tiny booth. Look who made their way up. We have, you know how many state titles we have? We have a lot of them here. Jamie Osaka, head coach of Lakeside, many, many years, Hall of Famer. Tammy Tomala. I've gotten to interview both of you guys on the field. But here's the thing. So Tammy has 7 state titles. Jamie has 6.
No.
But that's what I want to get there.
No.
Do you, no, I got that wrong. How many do you have?
6.5.
6.5.
6.5.
And why does she have 6.5?
She was the hydration manager for the Bainbridge 2018 state championship.
I have a hat to prove it.
Yes.
So you guys do this guest coach?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
that year I wasn't coaching.
Right.
I was on a 4-year hiatus, and
I love to tease you guys about it because it's so fun. But you know what? Nobody's come close to catching either of you at this juncture.
Isn't that awful? Jamie, it's terrible.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah, we feel awful.
Actually, truth be told, Tammy started all of this because my first year coaching, they really spanked us.
Oh, okay.
So
How many times did you guys go against each other in a state championship?
You mean in a row and lost to Lakeside 4? 5?
it was a lot.
It was a lot.
Oh, wait, you don't remember, Jamie?
Yes, she does.
I know, but I'm going to be humble,
She's just being
and
Japanese.
I'm being Japanese. I'm going to.
Okay.
Well, we have gone against each other quite a few times.
No, you guys have, and you shared it. You have friends, and you run an off-season program together for many years, and it's just constantly. We talk about this all the time. Urban and I are talking. They're fortunate enough to do whatever it is, right? We talk about the evolution, the skill, the athleticism. Talk about where this game is today.
It's pretty amazing, actually, and I think one of the things we've noticed a lot is how young they are when they're starting now. Like when we started, kind of coaching together, there was no opportunities for anybody, and now, kindergartners have sticks in their hands, and so that's pretty cool.
And now we have 7 conferences, Tammy. I mean, you guys are both involved in the board. You're looking at all the rules. A lot of things happening in college. A lot of discussion about the college game. I'm excited because I invested in that university for 4 years for my oldest child. The rule changes and how that's evolving in the college game coming down to high school in your, purview.
I just think high school kids get access to watching these college games, and so they have models now, which 10, 15 years ago it was so different. I mean, Jamie and I remember watching Hillary play for Northwestern in the final, and I mean that was exciting. And there's just so much more access for kids to see these games and to identify, like, I can be that kid now. So it's great for young kids growing up that lacrosse is a route that they can take and experience in college.
Fantastic. I will get you out of here on this. This is a kick for me because to have you two legends here. I mean, you guys are part of how this whole thing started in this state, okay? You guys compete on every level, on everything. I mean, it is like who can get to a practice faster, how petty are you guys?
I don't think we're petty. We don't compete that way at all off the field. No, we just want to win together as coaches, but we're not like that at all off the field.
You guys are great coaches. I've said this all the time. It's not that you're different people. But when you get in the lines, you guys have a different personality sometimes because of your will to win, because of your competitiveness, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I think people don't realize our connection and our relationship, and so it can be kind of intense, I think, for people that are watching the show.
Yeah.
We've had a game or two where the refs have called us and said, we really need you to stop talking to each other. We're like,
We start laughing.
oh, yeah. So, but we are really intense and we are really competitive, and I think it's good. It's good for the kids. It's good for the game.
And Washington State's in good hands. There are a ton of really great coaches that are up and coming and, wanting to put the time in, because you have to put the time in to get any success, or a longevity. I mean, and so I wish the best for all younger coaches, that they can achieve what Jamie and I were able to achieve. And there's lots of opportunity for them to grow and give our kids in Washington State a great experience.
All right. You've had it here, the two legends, 6.5, 7. She's just a half win away, one hydration manager away.
We each have 6.5.
Well, no, I have 7.
All right, we're going to come back with the second half. They're going to do what they do, which is why we love them. We'll be back with the state championship 2023 right after this. Okay, it's 8-4. Seattle Academy, the Cardinals took a little bit of a stretch lead there. Scott Ohsman, Emily Durbin, Grace Hamilton with you here from Starfire Sports Complex. Always fun to see Jamie and Tammy go at it, debate about who's got more, who's got less. Sneaky of Asaka there to come in and get that 6.5.
Definitely sneaky.
So draw controls, we got our great Brandy Sawyer, thank you, doing stats. So far, SAS 8, Roosevelt 5. And
Looks like we have a change here on the draw setup.
Yeah,
Duke's coming in.
Yeah, exactly. That's Grace Hamilton right down there. As we're getting ready for the second half, 25 minutes to see who's the 2023. The thing we're guaranteed, Emily Durbin, it's going to be somebody new for the first time. We got
First
have
time
a
in
new
a long
champion.
time.
So Taya Dukes, 14 in gray in Seattle Academy, and Gillette Kilborn there for Roosevelt, been doing the duties, one of the top in the state. And actually single season in the history. It goes right to Seattle Academy and Leonard. And Leonard goes right to, and she'll come back. And how critical is it, Emily, do you think, for Roosevelt to get a stop here and not get this thing to 5 goals?
Yeah, I think it's pretty big for morale. If Roosevelt can get a big stop here, if they can turn around and get a good look down at the goal, I think that's going to be really nice to make sure that they know that they're still in this game, that it's not too far stretched out. And it's certainly not. Lacrosse, I mean, we saw the first 10 seconds of the game, we saw a goal. So they've got tons of opportunities. They just got to get a nice stop here.
Grace Hamilton, what do you think, Kate Hughes and Devin Hersey? There it is. So much for stopping one, and we got to play her down here. And Taya Dukes, we'll try and see that on the replay here, as hopefully B. Bagley's okay, number 8.
Looked like feet got tangled. Let's see. Oh, no.
Oh, she just came in.
Hit her.
Taya Dukes, after that shot, just got tangled up there, and
yeah, that
Bagley on the worst end of it.
Yeah, that momentum taking it right through.
So just so we said, they're going to 5 goals here, and the all-conference Taya Dukes, her second goal tonight. And she's been on a hot streak. She had 3 in the semifinal win over Issaquah. And this is pretty critical possession here for Roosevelt. As far as goalie saves, Roosevelt in first half 3. for Tova Corey and 1 for Bailey Morris. And here's a 50 ball, and again, Sass just absolutely dominating on the draw controls. Quickly, there's a shoot and score! And once again, it's number 36, Skylar Burkhardt on a quick pass.
Oh, great shot. The transition is just incredible from the midfield here. She takes it, she protects the stick, takes it to the other side, just goes right in, that pass, boom.
Leonard on the dish. Go ahead, Grace.
That fast break there again for Sass.
Yeah, making it look easy there. Roosevelt's still in this. They just need to get a big stop. If they can get on that 8-meter circle on the other end, they've got a great track record shooting there. Only 1 stop so far.
Get back to you, Grace. What do you, if you're in the huddle in halftime and you're sitting there, what are you saying? What do you think the coaches are talking to these Roosevelt kids?
Yeah, I think they said it when we were talking to them before the game. Play to who they are. You know, do what they've been doing down the stretch of this second half, which is getting high pressure to the ball on defense, being disciplined in transition, and getting good looks off feeds from that left-hand side.
Great energy coming in from the crowd. Roosevelt student section is standing right now, yelling out, "Let's go Riders."
A full crowd and another draw control, and it's Sydney Leonard once again, and
She's picked up 3 here in this half. She
Yeah.
has 37 on the year.
Unbelievable. And Sass right back in business. Bishop, Cousins, Lucy, Lily just number 5, been just phenomenal. 5 goals already, Lucy with 1. Ball down, but taken. There's Avery on her.
You'll notice Sass really keeping it spread out. It's going to help draw the defense out. That's going to open up some of those tunnels that they've been able to find tonight. Little ball down, she's got to beat.
Avery Williams
Gotta
tries
back
to
in
get
there.
it.
Your man down.
Dukes one more time, and Lauren Lee hits the deck.
On the body.
Or no, excuse me, that's Eileen Felon, 13, the junior, and we're heading back to a free position here for Tay Dukes. Hanging hash, this is a doable angle there, Grace?
I don't know. I'm trying to hit a feed out,
I might hit
or at least get a better hash.
Yeah, check right at the top there. Lily Bishop's right in the center.
They collapsed nice, did Eileen.
Good
And
patience.
back up to Lucy.
Time's on their side right now. They don't need to rush anything. They're up 6 goals. All they need to do is get the perfect shot.
Felon comes out, forces Taya. Ooh, almost got a stick on it. Leonard from deep, and that one's wide.
Rocket on that one.
Back to work for Seattle Academy. They got beat, only really had 1 loss against Mercer Island, and that was a tough game as Lucy goes in, diving to the ground and gets it by, and the other Bishop getting in the scoring column with 2.
Diving in, using that body. She's got to step up on that defense, and again, using those bounce shots. So hard to defend.
Rose Tart tried to meet her there and tried to slow her up, but she got by it, and now Roosevelt has to do something here, as you see it once again.
Yeah, if I'm a coach, I'm probably considering a timeout right now. We got to stop as a momentum stopper, if anything.
Lucy follows through, and she gets it in. So no timeout right now. You can see the top right of your screen there. That's
Are we about to
Roosevelt.
have a goalie change?
Yeah,
for
it
the
looks
Riders?
like we might have a goalie change.
Oh.
And we'll have to get some intel on who that is, as let's see who the call is. It goes to Seattle Academy, and right now the draw controls are just dominating once again. Ball down, though. Here's an opportunity for the Riders, but they just aren't there. There's a push in the back by Izzy.
Ball's popcorning around down there.
And, you know, in their semifinal big win, they were coming up with those 50-50s. They were right where the ball was.
I think Sass does a really good job of moving while the ball's in the air or on the ground. They're not watching to wait and see where that goes. They're just getting in on every 50-50.
Here's a top one. This gets over the straightening line. It's in the middle, but once again, Sass doing an outstanding job getting to those balls.
One-handed grab on that.
As Hallie, 22, and Gray got to that. She's got it. Ball down again. Here's Roosevelt. Izzy Watts. And now you want to look for a good shot, right, Emily? You don't want to be too impatient here. 20-34, plenty of time to get back in this one.
Just look for a good shot. Look for a good shot. Set up. Do what you do. We need to get some off-ball movement.
They got a certain play think they're going to call. Again, they usually got a lot of movement as.
This is that lefty look to the righty sweep coming from the top.
Yeah, Carly Katzen, 2. Juliet, the senior, comes out, tries to direct traffic. Sass kind of way out. Avery Williams looking for the cutter. She finds Kilborn, and there it is. I tell you, it's been like Stockton to Malone this season.
Juliet, such a seasoned, smart player. Look for her to put this game on her back as they go down the stretch.
Kilborn gets her 3rd goal of this championship game, 11-5. And Grace, it's a game of runs, right? Just like basketball, everything else. And Sass kind of that last half of the first half. And now Roosevelt, what are they looking for? Do you want to push it now?
You know, I think we got to settle in, right? 19 minutes of lacrosse, that's plenty of time. I think I'm looking to settle in, get some good touches, get everyone a touch on the ball, settle into their offense, and just convert possessions here, convert possessions.
I think Kate and Devin, the head coaches, they need to make a change of the draw as this one goes out. And again, it's Lucy Bishop comes up with it, is doing spectacular. Check ball's down. It goes into the Roosevelt stick. Number 4, Molly Robinson. See if they can retain possession here and get it into their zone.
Get it. Just write it down. Just take it all the way back behind. Get set up. There we go.
Avery Williams coming through. As we're working on some audio. There you go. We're back. We're back as as Roosevelt now trying to crawl back into this one.
A little overloaded on that left side.
8-4 at half.
Testing the seam, trying it out again.
Williams trying to get it. She had one shot on goal. This time a trail check. It's picked up. It's clean. Outstanding check there by Lucy Bishop.
Yeah, grab the cookies right off the counter there.
And Sass back in business. That was a big turnover as Avery Williams trying to drive and make something happen.
Huge stop for Sass.
18-18 left to go, 11-5. Seattle Academy, they only started this thing in 2017. This whole entire program started. A lot of these kids, they were in 6th grade when the program started. Hillary O'Doherty and some others started it quite a while ago. Hillary, before that, was actually coaching at Roosevelt.
Yeah, and great to hear know that they've been playing together since they were 6th grade. They've been working at it, and here they are in the state championship game tonight and putting some pieces together.
That's a nice extra pass, and it gets Lily Bishop one more in the back of the net with a great feed.
Man, they're tossing Copper River salmon in this net here. This is just gold, left and right.
Malaya Carroll with a great feed. She made that one extra pass, Grace Hamilton, and that's what you love your kids to do.
Oh, yeah. In practice, I'm screaming out one more if that comes open like that.
So hard to defend, and Sass now up 12-5, and they have stretched the lead with 17-41.
Great to see in this game just the high level of passing. The ball is not hitting the ground on passes. It's going to get hit. It's going to hit the ground from a trail check or from a big check, but we're passing so efficiently across the board. It's just incredible to watch and see, and just see the level of the game. If you go back a couple state championships and watch it, we're just kind of chasing the ball a little bit. Just absolutely fantastic to see.
It's come a long way. Game obviously so much more mature on the East Coast and the Mid-Atlantic area. Is Sassy are going with Dukes on the draw control, and you can't complain. They have dominated the second half. Juliet trying to get a self-draw. Yes, she does. The senior says, I got to take over here.
There it is.
Gets
Great
it over
pass.
to Calef.
A great idea on the pass, excuse me.
And Alessi now.
They still got it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. She took her mouthpiece off, her mouth guard out, and put it back in as she was trying to communicate.
Oh, no. Just
Grace,
an
what are you seeing down
unfortunate
there?
Yeah, it looks like it's an illegal procedure call.
Oh,
it's going to be
my.
Sass ball. That's a tough break
Shoot,
there.
Shoot.
Oh, my. Alessi trying to communicate, and she just took her mouth guard off for a second, and I mean, the official has to call that, right? I mean, they have to. Holly Whitman right there, and here comes Sass one more time. Shot and score, another assist, and Roosevelt looking, hold on, we don't know if that's a timeout. Jeanette Wake
This
wants an
might be a
official timeout.
This
Yeah, that
a
might be
dangerous
dangerous
follow-through.
appelling. And they're going to
Now we're getting a conference.
meet up. You have Lynn Porterfield, Jeanette Wake, Holly Whitman. Hundreds and hundreds of games, not only in the high school level, but the college level. These officials, and we'll take another look at it. And I think Lucy
Yep.
Pugh is like,
Oh,
hey,
that's a goal.
it is a goal.
That's cool. It's an ice cold rope on that replay.
Are we going back to Tova and goal here?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're. Yeah, we did have a goalie change, and I didn't have that on my roster. As we take one more look at it here.
Boom, boom.
And the shot there by Georgia Goldstein, a freshman, only had 7 goals coming into tonight, and she gets one in the state championship. How about that?
Pretty darn cool.
That's what it takes to go the distance, right? Your young talent stepping up in big moments.
13-5. Boy, it was only 4 goals at halftime. And Burkhart gets the assist on that. So
Roosevelt stayed really gritty on the 50-50s here.
well, credit to Sass. I mean, you have Izzy Watts. They've kind of taken her a little bit away out of this game. Avery Williams trying to get it, hasn't gotten involved too much. Juliet Kilborn gets another big draw control. Let's see if they can take advantage.
And that's exactly where Juliet wants to go with the ball. Looks like it's starting to work out on the circle for her.
And she draws a shooting space on the left side. Going to be a tough angle there. But she'll go to the 8-meter.
Yeah, still on the arc, so that's good. You'll have a little bit more net space to come in on that, not as opposed to being on that hanging hash out to the side, which minimizes that.
Check out Katzman, lefty up as an option on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 just out of your screen. Here comes Juliet. She flies high, and it goes over. Interesting choice. They've been killing them, but on the bouncers, and she goes high, and it stays Roosevelt ball.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more low goals tonight. Very efficient low goal shooting.
As they spin it around the dials up top now, trying to get in, and
Yeah, get it. Looking for their shot. There needs to be a little bit of a sense of urgency still, I think. I'd like to see a little bit more off-ball cutting.
Katzman.
We've got to get a good shot in, but we've also got to make that effort to get some goals here on the scoreboard to catch up a little bit.
And Julia Kilborn doing everything she can. I'd like to, for Roosevelt, I want to get Izzy the ball as there's a slow whistle on that attack.
Yeah, really nice setup from Roosevelt there, you could see them, the players cutting through, trying to create a lane on that left-hand side. Got you a center hash, free position shot here.
See if she can get her 4th goal tonight. Center hash right down Broadway. She tries to go, and she does. That's kind of a rough and tumble. She hits the ground as she shoots it, but the senior on her own, I tell you what, the senior's keeping them in it.
Absolutely, Juliet. She's been giving it all year. She's one of their top scorers. She's got a whole bunch of assists in her pocket. She's working hard on the draw control. She's got some good cost turnovers, really going the distance here to get Roosevelt back in this game. They can do it. There's still time, but we've got to have a little sense of urgency on this.
Grace Hamilton, what are you seeing down there?
You guys might have a better look. I'm wondering if we're going to get a push after the shot. Roosevelt ball. I could be wrong. And indeed, I am wrong. We're going to go to a draw control.
That's all right. So Juliet been doing it all. I was talking about they have such other potent scorers, right? Prolific scorers, and Izzy Watts. Getting Izzy, on the left side coming across the goal, I think she has one of the strongest shots we have in the state right now.
Absolutely. Izzy Watts, 22, you'll see on the left-hand side. I think if you can get the ball in her stick, get it in the pocket, she'll be able to throw it to the back of the net. And we need Izzy to come out big here for Roosevelt to get back in this game.
Grace, what's going on the left side of that circle? You see Izzy, and they're moving a lot.
Yeah, it looks like them jockeying for the side that their draw taker wants them on. Look for Juliet to get this out in front of her off that right shoulder. Yep.
She gets it, but it goes right in the stick of the cross of Lucy Bishop.
Yeah.
And
Those two
Bishop
have played together a lot over the years, so takes one to know one, I suppose.
There you go. Well, she got a couple draws there, and those are huge. Now she needs her defense for Roosevelt to come up.
We've got a SAS substitution. You'll see a player come on in a little bit on the top side there.
They take their time with 14:29. As we've talked about, again, no shot clock yet in high school lacrosse. A ton of reasons for it, especially in the state of Washington. There's a ton of logistical issues. There's also safety. And
I'm just happy if the fields I practice on have lines right now. So.
yeah, exactly. Juliet Kilburn with a big cross turnover. Can she get it? Get it over. It goes to Katzman. She's there for the catch. See if the Riders can cut into this lead. As you see, there's an advantage call. She has to come back to the spot of the foul, and they'll blow the whistle one more time. I mean, 13:42, you don't want to put too much, but a lot of these are becoming bigger and bigger possessions here, Emily Durbin, as Avery Williams has it. Don't you think, for Roosevelt?
I agree with you. Each possession needs to have something come out of it. You need to have a goal, or you need to have at least something that keeps the ball more on your side.
Oh, and Juliet gets hit both ways. Gets it into Alessi. She shoots and scores wide. Izzy set a pick.
Yeah.
You saw that, Grace.
Yeah, good, good for Izzy looking for the call there, but I think that's a good no call by the officials.
Lauren Lee in 3 in black there looking. And here's Avery. She finally gets a lane, gets some space. It's off the left pipe. Ball still down.
Oh, we got the Groundhogs out here.
And Izzy Watts.
That's a big ground ball.
Huge. She spins, trying to get it. They slide, though.
Got the ball, came right up looking for a shooting space. Great play to be heads up and trying to get what you can here tonight.
Credit Kate Rissy, and credit also the SAS defenders.
Yeah.
We don't get to talk a lot of the defenders too much
Yeah.
They've done an outstanding job. Great pass, great look, and it's just high and wide. Oh, Kalefa Lessie
Dang, the fly swatter.
right there on the doorstep.
We're going to get a yellow card here.
And who they going to address it to? Seattle Academy had 2 yellow cards in the first half. As we're looking here to see who they're going to give the yellow.
Head.
Check to the head, yep.
Tell you what, I went and caught Roosevelt's first round game against Mount Si, and I saw Izzy Watts come up around top of the 12, ask for the ball, get it, drive in, and just absolutely rip the crossbar. I'd love to see a look at that for her on this player up opportunity.
That's Hallie Salaminian as the yellow card for Seattle Academy. She'll have a 2-minute. That's her third yellow card. If you get 4, then you have to play player down for the remaining of the contest.
Yeah, it's worth noting that's her first yellow card of the entire year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So Kalifalesi from the center hash on the 8-meter. Big opportunity for the senior. And she decides to redirect. You like that, Grace?
I do. You know, player up. Let's move the ball around. That's a really easy look for the defense. If you're going to shoot that shot there, let's get a look at it, get them moving.
Yeah, the defense has made some really nice cuts, and there it
Beautiful.
is.
Kilborn says, "Get on my back." 5th goal for the senior, and she wants this one.
You could see her hesitate at the top, create a little space, let her teammate get out of the way, and then she just takes it to the bank.
Shake and bake.
Shake
I
and
thought
bake.
for a second there she was going to
Let's her
let go of it, but that's a great move, and the senior doing it all. 13-7.
Still plenty of time. Plenty of time. Student section's up. Student section's yelling for both sides.
Lights now have been on. You kind of see a little bit on your screen. Juliet Kilborn, boy, what an effort here for the senior.
Oh, man, she's giving it 100% tonight. She's like a bulldog on a bone there. Ain't going to give anything to anybody.
Grace, do you like Sass keeping Dukes here, or you go back to Lucy Bishop?
Let me tell you after this draw.
That's fair.
They're going to put their Dukes up.
Hey, Dukes. The two things about these teams is they're young. They both only have 3 seniors. They're going to be at this and competing for a state title here for quite a few years.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see how some of these players develop from this game. Huge lessons, huge just energy that's coming from this game. Oh, a single hand.
Izzy trips over, and it goes to the Cardinals, and a big draw control for Seattle Academy.
Oh, ball down again.
Oh, ball down, and now Roosevelt getting in the mix. Izzy laying out. And it's going to go to Roosevelt, is it?
That's a trip on Sass. It's going to be black ball.
They have an opportunity to spread it here. Just get on your wheels and go.
Here's Avery
Sass
Williams.
is so good at riding. Look at that.
And to give the push, that's a whistle, so she has to go back.
That's too bad because she had body position on that. If she would have just let her take it all the way back.
It's a smart foul on Sydney Leonard's part. She finds Alessi. Alessi goes in.
Huge
save for Bailey.
Huge save.
Love the adjustment from Bailey from first half to second half. She's soaking those low shots this half. Really nice to see.
And I'm sure Kalef Alessi, she wants that one back. She had it dead to rights, and she went right square in the middle.
Good shot to take. Very exciting. They had a great pass looking in. Just didn't connect with the back of the net on that one. Huge stop. That's killing a little bit of the momentum that Roosevelt was building up here.
10:44 left to go, 13-7. It's been a few minutes since Sass has scored, though. So
yeah.
Are they rusty down here?
I think that's the look Roosevelt wants if they can keep getting that down the stretch.
Still, Roosevelt's still a player up, so there's a kill here as Hallie still killing off the penalty there, so that's part of it. Second half draw controls, 7 for Seattle Academy and just 2 for Roosevelt so far. So that's been a part of the big story here as they convert off those draw controls.
Yeah, a little bit more of that narrative we discussed at the beginning.
Duke's now back behind the cage.
Ooh.
As we're even now. So Academy, how do you, the fine balance of you want to kill, you want to basically stall, but you got to stay aggressive.
Yeah, I think the key is to don't let the momentum go down. So you're up. You've got a couple points.
Just calling the right there, and Taya Dukes, who's on the Team Washington, she'll be heading along with some other players here on both sides. Sydney Leonard as well. They're going to be heading to the East Coast, Cary, North Carolina, to compete on the East Coast for the state of Washington as Duke starts off the 12-meter.
Yeah, the intensity has to stay high, because if you drop down, you're going to give you don't want to give any little opening to Roosevelt, because they'll take advantage of it.
Dishes inside. That's Georgia again. And there's a call inside here. And are we going to get another card? Is this going to be Juliet Kilborn? Oh, my goodness.
No, it's going to be Beatrice.
Okay.
Bagley. Is that her first of the night?
Yes, that is Roosevelt's first yellow card. B. Bagley, the senior. 10 caused turnovers.
She's not a stranger to this one.
No,
she's had 6 all year.
I did look at that. That's tough when you're defending in the 8, driving, you know, you don't mean to.
Yeah, just aggressive on the body, not using the stick as well as you could. Look at this.
Bishop, there's a shooting space before the shot, or Lucy Bishop had another one. We'll have a player of the game. Grace will be down there, interview our player of the game. We'll have to decide that between you two, Emily and Grace. As you see the shot there, right before, that's the goal of the official. Before there's any dangerous shot there, you try and call the shooting space if she passes out of it. Right back to it. So a lot of great college lacrosse is Bishop, Lucy, then she drills it.
Oh, that stings like a bee.
Boy, what a great dish. She's wide open, stick right there, and just one motion, and it's over.
Great passing. You can see him throw it around the horn just a little bit. They get a cut through. They find that there. Boom.
I like the patience there. Lucy had a couple looks through that set, but waited for the great shot, didn't just take the good shot.
And Duke sets her up again.
Man, making a delivery there like the milkman. So consistent, so good.
That's new material. Your writers have been working overtime, haven't they, Emily?
They have been.
So Juliet will come back out. You got Ty Dukes, like I said. Roosevelt, 6 all-conference players. 4 all-conference players for the Cardinals. First time these two teams have been in the state championship since the new format here about 12 years ago in the state of Washington, before we had 2 levels. And the Roosevelt fans hanging in there trying to get it. 8-12 left to go. We've seen crazier things, believe me. We saw 13 minutes ago, and that's a great ground ball pickup for Seattle Academy. Lauren Rissy.
Good passing out of traffic, finding some open space.
Lily.
Getting some field, taking it down.
Burkhart thinks better of it. She goes back to
Bullseye.
Bishop. Lucy Bishop.
Wow, great passing, good movement. They had the defense spread from the get-go on that. Boom, boom.
And Lucy Bishop has been open all night, right center cut right there in the middle of the
Center
8th. That's
cut.
her 4th on this game, trying to catch up to her cousin who has 5.
Yeah, Sass running a great job of getting cuts through and getting those immediate passes. They test the seam, they back off and get those passes that are following right in. Absolutely incredible lacrosse tonight.
You got to wonder if the Bishop with the most goals, you know, gets first crack at the turkey at Bishop Thanksgiving dinner or something like that.
Yeah. Bragging rights for the Bishops. Both seniors again. Lucy heading to the East Coast, Middlebury, Vermont.
Juliet Kilburn from Roosevelt also heading to Williams.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Grace.
Excited to see her career there.
Just
But she's still got about 8 minutes of high school lacrosse to show out.
and she is just what a phenomenal player, all around player too. Sun starting to set again on a gorgeous day here in the Pacific Northwest as another draw control for Seattle Academy. Lost there for a second, but picked right back up.
Yeah, let's see if they can continue to capitalize on this card situation with Roosevelt being a man down.
Good call. And we'll see how this works out. Still some time left, but you got to give a tremendous amount of credit to the Roosevelt Rough Riders. They were the 5th seed.
Yeah.
And there's another shot and it's number 7, Alice Karras.
That's outside the goal.
Is it outside the goal? Okay, my bad. My binoculars failed me.
Goalie's got to get out of the crease here.
Yeah, so a big stop here as the goalie's got to get out after 10 seconds.
She doesn't see it.
So tough. And just getting across in the sphere. Alice Karras will have to go forward behind here a little bit. And trying to see, is this Tova Corey or is this?
Oh, she's got to get rid of it.
Apologies, she's got to dump it down. There she gets it finally.
Get the ball going.
Lucy Pugh on the far side, and she's getting tough D, and there's a whistle advantage on a cross check on the far side. She'll have to go back. Time now really coming down. They got to put the pressure on. They got to score quickly, does Roosevelt.
Yeah, Sass has got to just keep the pressure on. They don't have to do anything fantastic right now. They just got to keep the pressure on. Don't let Roosevelt get it down there. Don't give them an opportunity to get on the line and to potentially score.
Juliet Kilburn kind of lurking on this side, looking for a switch of the field here.
Yeah, good call. Just out of your screen, just down below your screen as Lucy Pugh works it. And Lucy looking for some green, looking for a teammate. She gets it off, Lauren Lee. Now they'll spin it back behind, Kalefa Lessie. And it's been Juliet all night. There's Avery wide open. She nails it.
It's a great take.
Sneaking in behind that defense.
Her first goal of this championship, and this is
pulling out wide to get her in back.
Grace Sherlock with the assist on it, number 11 in black, and that was an excellent. You see that from Roosevelt all season. They haven't had as many chances, credit to Sass, but this is just beautiful across.
Look at that. There's like one defender realizing she got beat. That's the only person that saw her coming in besides that goalie.
15-8, 5:23. Roosevelt, that's what they got to do. Now we'll see if Juliet Kilburn can get another draw. Roosevelt fans hanging in there.
Don't count them down. Don't count them out. We still got a game.
Sass staying with Taya Dukes on the draw circle. Started the game with Lucy Bishop. Both well established at the circle here. The center. Ball up 50-50, and it drops into Sass. Dukes. And she'll now settle and pull it back as Juliet Kilburn, though, looking for the trail check, and she'll get called. And now some urgency into these Rough Riders.
Yeah, you've got to be, if they're going to be pulling it out that much, you got to have somebody on ball, and you've got to shut off those lanes. You can't allow those passes to keep coming. You got to get tight on your person that's one pass away. Hopefully you can get a stick in to not let them pass out the time here.
Grace, you think a little legs. Again, it's understandable. They put everything on the line to overcome Mercer Island Tuesday night. You see anything in the legs for the Riders?
I think any any playoff championship game is going to take a lot out of you physically, mentally, all the rest. I really like the grit in Roosevelt here.
Yes.
They're still sending that pressure. Would like to see them cut off adjacents a little bit more to take away that pass.
Absolutely.
Snyder, or excuse me, Sydney Leonard, number 3. And now behind goal, letting the crease open, and Burkhart's had a big night tonight. She goes up top, the ball gets away, and it's in Avery Williams. Now bounces out of her. Kilborn looking for it, and it comes up. Sass ball. That's just been how it's going. Malaya Carroll comes up with a huge ground ball.
Keeping the ball right there. Incredible. That could have been a huge opportunity for Roosevelt. They've got to keep the pressure on, and just like you said, we got to cut off those adjacent passes. You can't just let them pass it around in this urgent situation. It's a state championship game. You've got about 3 minutes left, a little more than 3 minutes. You got nothing to lose right now. Go get them.
3:32 left to go, and this Seattle Academy group, they're the number 2 seed.
Yeah, playing smart. Playing smart. Look at how wide they're keeping it.
They lost to Mercer Island at home. It was a tough game. I happened to be there, watched that game, very evenly matched. Myself included, along with everybody else, and this is a credit to Roosevelt, we thought this would be our championship, would be Mercer Island Sass. It didn't work out for Mercer Island, but
Great season for Mercer Island.
oh my God, 11 seniors.
11 seniors. Absolutely wonderful season that they had.
Izzy puts a stick out there right in
Yeah.
the midfield, didn't get it called.
Good job on Sass. They're keeping it wide, and they're just keeping it out of Roosevelt's stick. That's all they have to do right now. Roosevelt needs that ball.
Just a great give there, and Burkhardt able to come up with it, and that's just how they're connecting. They're not missing barely for the Seattle Academy, and they're just a step faster tonight,
Yeah.
especially in the second half here on this state championship. And now we've got another card going to be administered on Avery Williams. And it's check to the head on Taya Dukes. Stand by now, you guys. I'm going to put it out 225. Grace Hamilton with us here on the field, and Emily, the queen of the one-liners. Who's our player of the game right now? Who's in the hunt? Who's on the leaderboard?
Sure, I definitely think that Lily Bishop's on the leaderboard. She's been stunning with the amount of shots that she has made tonight. Absolutely incredible.
Grace, do you have any thoughts?
I mean, it's tough between the cousins here. Lucy really dominant on the draw.
Absolutely.
Well, it's kind of
and on the score sheet. I mean, you guys have
Yeah.
the stat sheet in front of you, so you got a leg up.
well. I mean, Lily has 5 and she has 4 as far as goals considered for Lucy. But it was kind of like Lily took the first half and Lucy's taking the second. Here's a drive for Dukes. Did it go in or not?
Trickled in there.
It is. And Tay Dukes one. Maybe she should be in consideration.
Yeah.
That's her third
Actually.
tonight. Grace, you got some more thoughts on that?
Can we pick 3?
No, only one T-shirt.
Oh, man. When it rains, it pours. And it's pouring on poor Roosevelt right now.
Yeah.
Those rocks in the bucket are starting to weigh pretty heavy.
They are. We had a tight first half. These teams coming into tonight, 16-8, 2:02 left to go here. Starfire. We'll start the thank yous going. Todd Elvig, our executive producer and 5-tool player, and getting everything set up. Sarah Elvig on camera, always doing a fantastic job. Brandy Sawyer on stats. Always a shout out to everybody in the truck making it all work. And that's the game right there. Bishop, Burkhardt.
Unselfish. Beautiful feed by Lucy there to get it to the younger Burkhardt.
Just a sophomore. 3 goals tonight, 2 goals in the semis.
Lots of mouths being fed right here.
Oh my goodness.
Just giving it up, giving everybody an opportunity.
Nothing left on the plate.
No.
So under 2 minutes to go. And
The shirt is in hand.
And just got to stat Randy Sawyer. And this really, we saw that,
Yeah.
the domination when they played back in March. Seattle Academy, second half, 11 draw controls, and Roosevelt only 3. And there you go. That's the story. That's the game.
Yeah, we touched on it in the very beginning of the game. Didn't see that really play out in that first half, but here in that second half where your champions are made,
Yeah.
that's where it really shined here for the Seattle Academy Cardinal.
No pressure, you guys, but you got to pick a player of the game. Once again, there's Lily Bishop. She comes up with the draw control, and it has just been Bishop Palooza here.
Can I get a read of the stat lines for those two?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have all their lines. I don't have all ground balls and everything. I got Lily on mine, unofficial 5, Lucy 4. And then,
Oh, looks like we got offsides on Roosevelt here.
okay.
Little restart there.
Offsides on Roosevelt, as you see.
Izzy Watts is ready for this trail check.
Yes, she is.
I tell you, looking into the stands right now, I've never seen so many kids not on their phones. Everybody's pulled into this game. We got a couple parents on phones just getting some video footage, and that's about it. Everyone's just watching and loving this.
Big catch there on the long pass, and everything has just gone perfect. And we talked to assistant coach Hillary O'Doherty. Asked her if your 4 national championship games, did that come in? Did you talk about that with the kids? And she said, absolutely.
Yeah, she said that she tried to give him little pieces of advice here and there. I think she probably gave him a little bit more than just a few little pieces.
Yeah, must have.
Pretty sure that she's brought in some offensive philosophy and grit to this team. They're just looking so good tonight, sharp on their passes, amazing on their assists.
And we're
That's
going to have
be
to.
second yellow.
Yeah, the second yellow here for
Beatrice.
B. Bagley. Again, just got caught up. And with 40-plus seconds to go. And the Seattle Academy, the Cardinals, are going to be the 2023 high school girls lacrosse state champions. Their first in school history, first time in the history here of the state of Washington. We have a new crown here, Emily Durbin.
Oh, man, great to see the big dance. Great to see these teams coming out and the Cardinal coming out on top.
Who's your player of the game, Emily Durbin?
Sure, I'm giving it right here to Lily Bishop.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 goals into the state championship game.
So Grace Hamilton, you'll go find Lily Bishop after we are done here and get an interview with her.
I will. I'm excited to talk to her.
And see if you can get Megan Fox, perhaps. Again, also Izzy McMahon, their strength and conditioning coach, coming here.
SAS student section is getting ready here.
They
Yes,
are.
student section is mobilizing. They're being
Parents
held
are on their
back.
feet.
They're being held back by chaperones right now.
As we count down. There it is, Seattle Academy Arts and Sciences, SAS, your 23 state champs.
I love the celebration. Lucy Bishop giving Sydney Leonard a big hug.
What an effort for their coach. You see her there. She's got a bad wheel right now.
Fresh off Achilles surgery
Yeah.
yesterday.
Megan Lucchese, I tell you what, we had some fun talking to her on Tuesday. She tried to put it off. She just couldn't put it off any longer. And a huge credit to her great staff, Hillary O'Doherty, Megan Fox, the coach of the year and the team of the year.
Yeah, what an incredible outing they had tonight. So sharp across the board. Answered shots when they needed to, took possession when they needed to. They're going to bring home a big trophy.
Unbelievable. And a huge congratulations, as you see them on their screen, to the Roosevelt Rough Riders, the Teddies coming in, Kate Hughes, Devin Hersey, Liv Hull, Gwevin Armbruster, those 3 seniors, Kalefa Lessie, You got B. Bagley and Juliet Kilbourne. What a phenomenal season and what a playoff run.
Yeah, you know, they gave it all they got. They kept it pretty close that first half. Things got away from them here at the end of the game. But I look forward to seeing them back in this tournament again next year.
One of the biggest upsets and comebacks here against Mercer Island. But it's all about the Cardinals, Seattle Academy, and their students, their first state title in school history. They just started it in 2017. Nobody thought they could get here except them, and they have played well all season long. They were in the semifinals last year, just losing barely by 1 to Mercer Island. So congratulations to them, as we'll try and get Lily Bishop. And what? Oh, you got the coach. Let's go to Coach Megan Lucchese. Here you go. Go, Grace.
I've got head coach and coach of the year, Megan Lucchese, here, along with Megan Fox and Hillary O'Doherty. Congratulations, you guys. What was the key tonight?
They just play for each other, right? Like when they play for each other, success will come. Like that's what we've been saying from day one, and we made it here. Be any more proud of them.
Fantastic effort on every end of the field. Draw circle was dominant. Hillary, you've been here a time or two at the collegiate level. What was the key that you gave them, and how's a high school ring feel on that finger?
Oh my God, this is so exciting. I didn't even get emotional when we won national championships, and I feel like I'm getting more emotional now. It was just really cool to see them come together, play for each other today. I mean, you have 2 days team, and I think that just they executed. We had those 2 days, we made the most of it, and they came out and did everything that we asked them to do, and it showed in the results. So
amazing, Meg Fox. Amazing adjustments by Bailey to really lock down the low saves there. How'd you guys lock in the defense heading into the second half?
I think that we just told them that they knew everything we had to do. They were prepped, we practiced it, just worked together, and I think they made key adjustments in the second half to be able to make more saves. So
I love it. Congratulations, you guys. Go Cardinals.
All right.
You got it. I need Lily Bishop over here now. She's got the trophy.
Yeah, Grace, we'll try it. We'll see if you can get Lily Bishop here. Obviously, the Bishops and all of her teammates. There he is, our player of the game.
Yes, you're on TV right now. Lily, congratulations. You are the STSPN Sport Player of the Game. Congratulations on a phenomenal game and season. What was the key for you guys tonight? How'd you put it all together?
I think just staying composed. There were obviously a lot of nerves, like being on the big stage in front of everybody. But even when we were kind of at a low, we always find a way to pick ourselves up and stay calm. And so, yeah, it was just an awesome game, and I'm so proud of everyone. And I'm really tired, but I'm so happy. The senior year victory is really awesome.
That's fantastic. You and your cousin, Lucy, were involved in every part of the game. We wondered, does the Bishop with the most goals get first crack at turkey on Thanksgiving dinner?
There's always a little, a little competition, but we always find a way to work together, and she's obviously an amazing player, and I'm so lucky to have her as my cousin and teammate, and it's been really awesome this season.
You're headed to Claremont McKenna next year. What does this what does this high school championship mean as you head into your collegiate career?
It honestly means everything. I'm so excited to continue playing, and I'm so thankful for all of my coaches and players, and I'm sad to leave them, but it means everything to have this. So, yeah.
Lily Bishop, our player of the game. Congratulations, my friend. Good job.
All right, thank you. Grace Hamilton doing an awesome job. Great comments there. Emily Durbin by that senior, and sharing it with Seattle Academy. What a night. 2023. The weather was perfect. It was a great game. The Rough Riders came in and gave it everything they had, coming off a tremendous victory. Again, I cannot speak to it enough, off of a phenomenal Mercer Island team.
Yeah, they came into tonight hot. They carried it through that first quarter pretty good, or the first half, excuse me, and then just ran out of steam a little bit at the end there. So congratulations here to SAS.
As we kind of end up here, Scott Ohsman, the great, the phenomenal. I love you. You're great. Thanks for doing this every single time. Emily Durbin, the queen of the one-liners. She comes up with new ones every single year. And the state of Washington, girls lacrosse, it's in good hands, isn't it, Emily?
Oh, it's in great hands. You can tell by 2 new teams showing up tonight. We've got 7 divisions in this league now, which is incredible. Back when I coached, we only had 2. It's just great to see the growth of the game here.
For Grace Hamilton, Emily Durham, Todd Elvig, Sarah Elvig, everybody in the truck. Scott Ohsman saying so long. It's Seattle Academy. They're your 2023 state champs. Have a great night.
Go Cardinals.